Hey everyone, this is Jim Wallace again at PurdueBandFan.com. We have another student to talk to, KatieMcShane. Hi Katie, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm great, Jim. How are you?
Well, you got a little bit of time off today because the band's not rehearsing.
Yeah, nice little break.
I'll bet it is. And tomorrow you'll be back marching?
Yeah, for
Halloween.
Yeah, it should be very exciting. I'm super stoked. So.
Is your section going to dress up?
Yeah, we've been planning this for a very long time.
Is it a secret?
Well, no one's going to see this video until after Halloween.
Right.
So we're going to be the cast from The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, because we did a Wizard of Oz show.
Yeah, and so that just kind of worked out for us.
Yeah.
We've had this idea for a really, really long time, and then we were told, hey, we're doing Wizard of Oz this year, so we just had to go through with it.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fun, and
awesome.
There will be videos and still photos on PurdueBandFan.com.
So you should all check it out.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll be a great costume. So.
Halloween is a big deal for the band. I've seen it several times.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about yourself. Where's home?
I'm from Round Lake Beach, Illinois, which is a northern suburb of Chicago. It's right next to Six Flags Great America. So that's kind of my reference point for people.
How long does it take for you to drive home?
3 hours.
Okay. Yeah. And you play the piccolo?
Yep.
And the flute, of course, I'm sure.
Yes.
You picked up the flute first, probably?
Yeah.
And how old were you, like elementary school?
Yeah, in 5th grade. So I was 10.
And you played that until you picked up a piccolo. Was that when?
That was my freshman year of high school, so 14. But I still played flute. I would switch back and forth between flute and piccolo depending on the song.
Okay. Why did you choose to come to Purdue?
I really wanted a Big Ten school, and I didn't know where I wanted to go, but I knew I wanted a Big Ten, and so I searched around and I narrowed it down because I'm from Illinois. I looked at University of Illinois, and I was really interested in Purdue. And Purdue, there were just a lot more opportunities. There was a dual major program that I could be a part of. There was an honors program that was really enticing, and then there was also the fact that Purdue threw me some scholarship money that University of Illinois wasn't going to because I was in state. So.
And your major is?
Elementary and special education. That's the dual major.
Okay. And you're not a music major, and Purdue doesn't have a school of music, but you decided you wanted to try out for the Purdue All-American Marching Band.
Yeah.
Why?
I loved band. All throughout high school, it was just kind of a stress relief throughout the day. As I grew in that, my band was really small my freshman year. And
How small is small?
It was probably like 50 people, which
50.
To some people is a really big band. But for how our school worked is I went to, my school was Gray's Lake North, and so it was kind of, one school was splitting into two. And so my freshman year was the first year that there was a freshman through senior class. So it was the first year there was a varsity football team, the first year there was a band, the first year there were all these teams. And so there weren't a lot of us, and the way our band ran was one period honors band, like the concert bands, would march separately and practice separately. So one band would practice the first hour, one band would practice the second hour, and on Friday we threw it together and hoped no one died. But by my senior year, we went and we won the big competition that we were a part of, and we won Best Drum Majors, and I was drum major that year, so it was a really big deal. So I got to see the whole program grow, and I still get to see it grow, and so that's kind of why I wanted to continue with it, to see where band could progress for me.
So you applied, got accepted, came to Purdue, and went to band camp. Tell me about that experience as a freshman.
It is super nerve-wracking at first because you walk in and it's you and all these other freshmen, and you were just dropped off by your parents because you're starting college and you're super freaked out. Then you realize that these are your new friends. This is your new family. This is who you're going to be with for the next 4 years of college. It's kind of cool to have that realization and see who's there, who you're gonna meet, and then looking back at it now, it's kind of funny to think back. Oh, I remember meeting you at band camp and going through those stories. So.
Were you worried about making the band?
I was. There were a lot of very strong players, and the piccolo section that year was very competitive because it was the year. There were just a lot of incoming people, and so we were worried there were going to be a lot of cuts, but it ended up working out for me. So.
So I might add at this point that you are the section leader
I am the section
for the
leader.
piccolo. So somehow your playing got good enough to not only make the band, but
yeah.
be the section leader.
And then my marching is what I think really pushed me through. Is I'm not the top wind ensemble player, so that's, I guess, the thing is that you don't have to be the top player of the university to make this band. You have to be strong enough to be able to learn your music and be able to play it strong, but you don't have to be that best classical player. And I think that's what
That's
really
a good point.
I like about it, is that you have to be kind of a well-rounded person.
And the marching style here is quite different than what you had in high school, I'm certain.
Definitely.
Yeah.
In high school, we always did glide step, and that was just the way. And then in college, all of a sudden, you're doing all these low chair and high chair. And at first, it's foreign, but then once you kind of pick it up, you think back to how weird it was to just glide all the time. So.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. If compared to a normal student at Purdue, somebody that's not in the All-American Marching Band, would you say you have more friends because of your band activity than, say, a dorm roommate of yours or somebody else?
I'd definitely say that. Even though I know a lot of people and meet a lot of people in my classes, I get that additional group of people that I see at band every day, and that you spend 2 hours with them every single day, and so you get to know them really well. And then you have the whole band camp week on top of it before the school year even starts to really get to know people. And then you can study with people, or hang out with them outside of band, and it's just like a nice community and make a lot of friends.
So tell me about some of the experiences you've had as a member of the band.
I've had so many good ones. Maybe I'll go in order. So freshman year, and we made a bowl game that year, so we got to go to Detroit for the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl, which was really fun because it was fun to go on a bowl trip. And I really liked Detroit. I thought we were in a really nice hotel.
We won the football game too, right?
We won the football game, yeah. It was a great game too. I remember watching TV later and being on the ESPN highlight reel, top 10 plays too. So that was really exciting. Yeah. Then sophomore year we went to Dallas for another bowl game, which was really cool because that was over New Year's Eve, which first I was kind of skeptical about, New Year's Eve, but it was really fun to be able to be with friends and be out in Dallas with people. And that same year, we also, in the spring, went to Ireland, which I think is probably one of my favorite experiences in my whole life, was just getting to tour Ireland with some of my favorite people, and then being able to march through the streets of Dublin on St. Patrick's Day was just such a cool experience, and the crowd reaction was phenomenal. We get a lot of people just on a daily basis that watch us march down the street, but this was unreal. I felt like a superstar, so it was really cool to be a part of.
And I've heard that it's the biggest watched parade in the world.
Yeah. Because
of course it's the Catholics, and it's St. Patrick's, it's Dublin, Ireland, it's green beer, it's all those things.
It's everything.
Yeah. Okay, that was your what year now?
That was sophomore year. So and then we also went to Ohio State sophomore year for an away trip, which was also a good time because seeing Ohio State Stadium is really cool, and all the history they have there, and being able to see their game day.
And march on the field and so on,
right. Yeah. And then junior year, we went to Michigan State, and that was the same thing. They've got such a history of football there, so it was really cool to see that. And then we did a homestay experience where we got to stay with some families of the local high school. It was kind of cool to recruit and see them perform, and then have them see us perform.
And then this year?
This year, we went to Lucas Oil for the Notre Dame-Purdue game, which was really exciting. And it was a good game to watch and be a part of.
Sure. Lucas Oil Stadium's a great place.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame, of course, we always have a lot of fun since they're both Indiana schools.
And then actually next week this weekend I get to go to Nebraska for that pep band trip.
Oh, I'm going with that too.
Yeah,
so,
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
One more school that I get to kind of check off my list.
Off your bucket list, sort of, yeah. Okay, so anything else you'd want to add here before we wrap this up? About your experiences and so on?
I know a lot of people, and this is my philosophy throughout, I guess, all of band, is that everyone stops doing it at one of those turning points in your life, from elementary school to middle school, from middle school to high school to college. You have to, whether you had a bad teacher, bad experience, but I've heard all of these excuses, too much homework, you're not going to know how it is in that new experience. So So don't stop just yet. Always take that step, go into it. I promise you it's going to be so much different, and a lot of times it's a lot better than your bad experience was. Especially, I don't know anyone that has had a bad experience in this band.
Right.
So I really encourage you, if you're in high school, you're on the fence, to come over to our side, because it's really a great experience, and I don't think you'll regret it.
Those are very good points you make. Music a lot of times is all about quitting. Somewhere along the line people quit. So one of the things you've proven is that you're not a quitter.
Right.
And you can put that on your resume, and you can talk about that in an interview, and a lot of your peers cannot do that, and you can. So
right.
That's cool. Well, thank you for your time. You have a nice day.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, Katie, so long.
Bye.